good morning. You are watching the CAOT TV Show. I am one of the co-hosts, Lynn Pender. So excited that you've decided to join us. If you're in the East Coast portion of the United States, boy, what a weather afflicted morning we woke up to. But I thank God for traveling mercies.
Yes.
For being able to get here to the WBGR Gospel Network studio. And big shout out to Lionel Green and all of the staff of the WBGR Network. Thank you, thank you, thank you for always making us look good. And want to give a shout out to my co-host, Pastor Kevin Wayne Johnson, Leroy McKenzie Jr. They're taking a snow day today, but we'll give them some grace.
Yes.
But I can't do this without them, and I'm so thankful to have them on board as co-hosts. Want to also send a shout out to each and every one of you who tune in and watch us faithfully live, but also sometimes most of you go back and watch the recording, and we so appreciate you sharing. We so appreciate your comments. We so appreciate your likes. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. I'm excited today because I have this great woman of God, and she has a beautiful, he's not even a baby boy, but
He's always my baby.
I know, and he's well, how old is he?
He's 6. He'll be 7 soon. He's 6 though.
That little man greeted me this morning. He just made my day. He really did. He really did. I'm going to introduce you to this awesome lady in a minute. Just got to do a few housekeeping things. Just want to remind you that this is 2019. I can't believe this is March 1st, 2019. We're in the third month of the year. We are gearing up for the 2019 Seed in Good Soil Christian Authors on Tour, which is a multi-state Christian book tour which will feature men and women who are on fire for God and committed to using writing as a tool for Christian ministry. We're gearing up for our first scheduled tour stop, which is in May 2019, the 17th and the 18th of May to be exact. In Arnold, Maryland, we're going to be at the National Christian Writers Conference, and we want you to join us. It's going to be a fabulous opportunity. This particular conference gives you an opportunity to not only meet and greet authors, and that's normally what we do on our tour stops. We give you an opportunity to meet and greet the authors, to have intimate conversations with them, to buy their books, and to either get feedback about what you've read, or if you are an aspiring author, to get some information and insight on how to walk that journey. But what's cool about this particular conference is that it gives you the opportunity to do that and some. The and some part is that they have workshops that will allow you to grow your craft. If you're interested in learning how to be an author, if you're interested in learning the marketing piece, you'll have the opportunity to register and be part of workshops that will help grow your craft. And that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. It's, we write because we want to harvest souls for Christ through our writing. But there's a whole population of people who also want to write, and they need help and they need support. And that's where that professional development comes in. And so if you're looking for a professional development opportunity to help you grow your skills as a writer, particularly as a Christian writer, the National Christian Writers Conference is something that you should definitely look into. CAOT is just one entity that will be part of that magnificent event. There will be authors and organizations from all over the country, and so you definitely want to do a Google search of the National Christian Writers Conference, Hanover, Maryland, May 2019. You can also visit the Christian Authors on Tour page at www.christianauthorsontour.com for more information. Now, March, I'm glad to be able to interview you today because March is Women's History Month, and so we are celebrating all things women this month. And so one of the things that I'm really excited about still is the CAOT wall calendar. Now this year, because it's our 11th anniversary, we have 3 different calendars that you can purchase. We have the Ladies of Christian Authors on Tour, and this month, for the month of March, we are celebrating Dee Grissett. And if you want more information about her, you can visit her website at www.ddegrisett.com. Shout out to her and her family. She just recently lost her dad, and it's tough when you lose a parent. Even if you know that the parent was up in age or was ill, it's still tough. Especially us daddy's girls, right?
Yeah.
It's tough. So send you lift up prayers for Dee and her family, but also support her by visiting her website, buying her book, but also by purchasing the CAOT photo wall calendar. And you can go to the services and products tab at www.christianauthorsontour.com. Now, we also want you to stay abreast of the upcoming tour. We have 5 tour stops that we are working very diligently to plan and get ready for you. I already mentioned the one in May, which is at the National Christian Writers Conference. In July, we'll be at the Harlem Book Fair. In August, we'll be in Berkeley, Missouri at Harvest Church. In September, we'll be at the Beantown Jazz Festival in Boston, Massachusetts. And in December, we'll be back in Baltimore at the Christian Writers Literary Festival. And so there are 5 different opportunities for you to connect with men and women who use writing as a tool for Christian ministry. And we're really excited. And we're glad that you tune in to us on the TV show, the CAOT TV show, but we also have a Blog Talk Radio show that we've been doing now for almost 10 years. And we actually have an episode today. We're going to be featuring a dynamic man of God, and so we want you to tune in. You can get more information. We have a Facebook group page, the Christian Authors on Tour Facebook group page. That's one way you can keep up abreast of what's going on with Christian Authors on Tour, with our Blog Talk Radio show, with the TV show as well. And just by going to the website, www.christianauthorsontour.com. And I told you I was going to introduce this awesome lady. We have Kyonna F. Brown. And she is, you should really see sweat like pouring off of her because she's just out of her studio into our studio. And so I want you to just talk a little bit about who you are. You're a wife, you're a mother, you're an author, you're a business owner, you are an inspirational speaker, you are an overcomer, you are victorious in Christ, and you're a believer.
Yes.
And so I want you to just kind of share a little bit with our viewing audience, just a little bit about how you got to this point. And then there's this awesome book that I want you to talk about. Now, you see these 2 books, which I definitely want you to hit on, but you have a new book project that's coming out that I really want you to talk about as well.
Okay, awesome. So it's amazing and it's ironic how the other day was having a conversation with someone, and it was a coaching call.
Yeah.
Because you always have to be able to learn and grow. You never get to the position where you feel that you know everything. Mm-hmm. And within that call, I was asked, "Who are you?"
Wow.
Who are you? Now, of course, you hit on every topic of who Kyonna is.
Absolutely.
But no, who is Kyonna?
Yeah.
Why does Kyonna do what she does? And I am just grateful and humble that I had that experience, because now I can answer your question honestly. Who am I? I was given the opportunity to really think about it. And who I am is a person that is just driven to continue to learn and to share. To learn and to share and to help someone else, right? And it's not just about helping other people. It's about loving other people as well. Because you can help somebody all day long, but if you're not giving that love as a connection with that person, then it was just help, right? It's not really coming from your soul. Some people do things, they go and volunteer at different places just because, oh, I did it. I did it. But no, if there's no love there. And so I like to make sure that everything I do, my heart is in it, even as it relates to learning and educating myself, right? Because I was just sharing with you about Miles Monroe. When I tell you the whole reason and the purpose that I'm doing is this is one of the reasons is because of him. I just met him, and he's not here with us. So for me, it was just a beginning of a relationship.
The glory.
But
he left a legacy.
Yes,
he left a
to
powerful
see
legacy. Yes.
what he's doing
Yes.
in my life.
Yes.
That's what I want to be for others.
Yes.
I want to be able to teach from my grave.
Yes.
And the only way that I can do that is
Mm.
to continue to deposit things within myself
Yes.
so that I am able to then share with the
Yes.
people who I make connections with.
Yes.
So that's who Kyonna is. Kyonna is a person who wants to create legacy.
Yes.
I am a legacy builder.
Mhm.
For that little one over there in the other room, Jeremiah, and for
Beautiful.
nations to come.
Yes.
Nations to come, because God has allowed for me to experience an assortment
Yes.
of things.
Yes.
And he's given me this bounce back spirit.
Mhm.
He's given me this spirit that I am able to continuously grow
Resilient.
and fight in
Yes.
face of whatever is coming at me.
Yes.
I don't let it bring me down. I don't let it deter me.
Yes.
But what I then do with it is I use it for my good.
That's right.
I was having a conversation. I do a motivation call every morning with my
Mhm.
Novetica family.
Yes.
And in that conversation, one of the women were saying that we typically hide ourselves from the world. We present one person,
Yes.
but then we have our pain and we
Yes.
bottle that up inside.
Yes.
Well, that's not what I do.
Yes.
I present to you my pain.
Yes.
Because in presenting my pain, it
Mhm.
allows for me to grow. It allows for me to heal. And it
Yes.
also allows for you to know
Yes.
that if she's experiencing that and she's able to get
Yes.
through this and she's able to do
Yes.
this, then why can't I?
Yes.
Because there's no difference between you and I.
Absolutely. And that takes me to the title of your newest book. Because that's not easy.
No.
And the title of your book is It's Not Easy.
No.
And so I want you to talk a little bit about, that title and then the book itself.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
So that book is actually a collaboration. It's based out of Texas. So I'll be in Houston on the 22nd through the 25th
Of March.
Of
Yes,
March this
okay.
month for that collaboration.
Yes.
And Taria Avant is she's actually the header of this.
Yes.
And I just love working with her.
Okay.
She is a mover, a shaker in the industry,
Yes.
and she shows me, the same way that I lead with my pain, or
Yes.
show the things that I've gone through. She
Yes.
shows me how a woman like herself can be me.
Yes.
Right? I can
Yes.
do that. I can do those things.
Yes.
But her goal was to put together an initiative to share about mental health.
Yes.
And in our culture, it's something that's, not talked about.
Yes.
It's something that's brushed under the rug, put to the
Yes.
side. And she had experienced it herself. And
Yes.
she said, you know what, I've gone through this.
Yes.
And I know that there are others who've gone through it, and she put it out there for people who are interested. And I've gone through it over and over and over again.
Yes.
I dealt with the issue of depression.
Yes.
And depression led me into different dark places.
Absolutely.
But as a result of doing
Yes.
that, getting into those spaces, I realized that I had to go back and rely on my source.
Yes.
And my source is what allowed for me to come through. So in that book, I am just sharing the places, the dark places where I was in depression.
Yes.
And how I got out of those places. And how I continuously, because when you are dealing with a mental health issue,
Yes.
it's not going to be something that say, oh, I took this pill,
Right.
I'm all better now, let's go. I have those moments,
Yes.
literally, and I, you know what, I'm going to take it back to this past Sunday. I was in that moment, and God allows for me to see the things as they're outplaying and while they're happening.
Yes.
That, hey, this is a sign, you're about to get into that space. You're about to get into that space. And so I've been on this health journey with trying to get my body back the way that it should be, right? And so for so long, so many years of my life, I did this thing I call committing suicide by fork.
Wow.
And that's continuously eating. And let me tell you, that's what I did on Sunday.
Yes.
I ate and I ate and I ate and I ate and I ate until it was just like, okay, no, there's something going on.
Right.
I'm not just eating because I'm hungry, because I wasn't hungry. I'd eaten enough. Literally, you can fast for 24 hours off of water and you're perfectly fine. Why am I consuming all this food?
Right.
Because there's something triggering this.
Right.
And so I just had to get in a space and take a step back.
Wow.
And I was like, no, what? You need to recommit yourself.
Yes.
Recommit yourself and then take some time.
Yes.
You have to go into that space of learning who you are.
Yes.
Because if you don't, then you'll continuously go through those cycles over and over again. And God has allowed for me to have the gift to realize when I'm getting into that space. And I was just sharing on my show earlier, that's called my good crazy. My good crazy is because I start talking to myself. crazy because I'm talking myself out of doing something and being in a space that I should not be.
Yes.
So that's what that book is about. It's other people sharing their stories, their other mental health issues that people have dealt with, and they're expressing it and letting everyone know.
All right.
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy. And then the other part of that is stop telling me to get over it.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that. That's the subtitle of the book, right?
Yes.
Okay. Talk a little bit about that.
Telling you to get over it. You go through just so many things. Like people have lost. You know, they've lost a loved one. You were just sharing about how somebody had lost someone.
Yes.
Like for me with my mental health, as far as depression, people who deal with schizophrenia, just people who deal with a plethora of issues. You're telling them to get over it, but those things didn't just happen in one sitting. You know, for me, my depression I didn't just wake up and say, oh, the spirit of depression just came on me. No, that's a demon.
Yes.
And I know that that's a spirit.
Yes.
And so it's just not that easy, especially when something attaches itself to you.
Yes.
You have to pray that thing away.
Yes.
And it's not that easy. So I can't, it's like me walking up to someone who is a heroin addict. Right? And they know that they need not to do this. They know that this is not the drug for them and they can't live and have a successful life. And just because they know that doesn't mean that they're going to put it down. Oh, no, this is not what I need. I'm going to stop this because they have that addiction. They have that demon. I feel that there are spirits. There are spirits in everything that is negative of the earth, and that is not of God, that tries to attach itself to you. And so within that, it's not that easy to get it off.
It's not.
It's not. But in the position that you have to place yourself in is just going to seek Him. And then, you know, the Bible says faith without works are dead. So we can go pray to God all day long, right? But if you're not putting any action behind that, it's, to me, it's a useful prayer. It's a useless prayer. You're just praying. You're just talking. You're putting words out into the atmosphere.
So this book is, as you can see, the energy in here is just like, woo! You know, and so we definitely want you. The book is going to be released. It's basically an anthology. And so you're one of several contributing writers, authors to the book. Can you tell us the release date?
It's going to be the 23rd of March. March 23rd.
And if folks want to purchase copies of the book, how can they do that?
They can do that at my website, and that's www.KyonnaFBrown.com. Right now, there is a button there that you can go into the bookstore and purchase the book. You can pre-order the book, and as soon as it comes out, I'll make sure I get it to you. So get those pre-orders in. Now that's the newest project, but you already have 2 babies. So I want you to talk. You have another anthology project that you will part of, and then you have your own book that you authored. Yes, and there's one more that will be coming out later in the spring, and that's called The Breakthrough, and that's with Johnny Wimbrey, Nick Halleck, and Les Brown. All right. So let's talk about this first anthology here, and then let's talk about forgiveness. Okay, awesome. All right. So the first one, that's like the key that opened the door. Okay. It's the key that opened the door. And being a part of this was amazing. I was on Facebook and I was listening to a message to a woman. I have no idea how I got connected with her. And the Spirit led me and said, connect with her. Call, just, message her and let her know how her message impacted you. And so I did that. And for me, it was just, being obedient. I sent the message, let her know. And from there was a conversation. From that conversation, there was words about being in the anthology. And then I asked people because there was an investment involved. And I was like, I don't know. I've never been in anything like this. This was all new to me. And so I asked a couple of people, even a person that was close to me. She was like, no, don't do it. But that Spirit kept saying, and I heard the voice clear as day, do it. Do it. And as a result of doing it, being a part of this collaboration, when I tell you, it was just like, okay, that door opened, then this door opened, then that door opened. So I encourage everyone, if you believe in Him, listen to Him and take the time to understand His voice to you. He talks to everyone differently. So take the time to understand. But this book, I am sharing a story about going from being a child who was just pretty much, I felt alone.
Yeah.
You know, I had people around me, I had loved ones and everything like that, but I pretty much felt alone, and I was in the position of putting myself around people who I thought loved me and had my best interests at heart. And I just went through so many things, and I ended up in prison. And then from prison, that's when I kind of opened up a little bit more. I was in a position where I really had the opportunity to sit down and not only look at what I'd done to myself, but really look at other people that I was blaming for the positions that I was in. In actuality, no, everyone does what they're going to do, but then how we react is all on us.
Absolutely.
It's all on us. And so that book, it opened up my my mind to forgiveness. It allowed for me to release some people. It allowed for me to release myself. In writing that book, I had to actually reach out to a couple of people because I was like, hey, I'm writing a book and you're going to be in it. And I just was, you know, saying, hey, you're going to be in the book. But in that, there were moments of releasing. And so writing has become so much of a healing process for me. I've been writing since 9th grade, poetry and things like that. But it was just really a position for me to get in the space of healing.
Absolutely. And tell us the name of the book project.
Sure, that's Breaking Free Forever, The Momentous Journey. And there are some other amazing stories in that book, some amazing women who we've developed a great sisterhood. I mean, like, at that particular point in my life, I was in a position where I stopped using drugs and going out to party and doing things like that. And I kind of felt lonely. But then God positioned me with these women who I call my sister girls. He had positioned me now so that, you know, in that time, in that season, he gave me what I need. And that's what he always does.
And so in this particular writing project, you were able to start your journey on forgiveness, which led us to your book. That was really the kickoff of the Forgiveness Nation, right? So talk to us about the Forgiveness Nation.
Okay, so Forgiveness Nation is a movement that I have because I know that as a nation we can heal through forgiveness. And for me, forgiveness allows for you to repossess your life. If you are stuck in a place where you're not able to release things, you don't have control over your life. Who has control? The other persons, the parties who you feel have inflicted you or caused you any hurt or pain. And so just you're able to redefine who you are. You're able to allow people to know how to treat you. Because if you're continuously in a stuck place, then you can't move. And so my mission is to share with the world how forgiveness has taken burdens off of me, how it has allowed for me to be a free spirit, how it has allowed for me to just be okay with whatever is going on. Like, I don't have to fix everything. I don't have to be in position to do this and to do that. I can just go about my life. And if I see something that's not right, I don't have to touch on it because I have been that person where I wanted to be this person, I wanted to be that person, I wanted to do this. And so now I know that it's okay. And it's okay for us to we didn't have a miscommunication, but it's okay for us to have a miscommunication and me say, Lynn, this is how I feel, and get it off my chest. And then I'm going on about my business, whereas in the past, I would have had like 50 conversations before I even got to talk to her, wonder how she was going to feel. Not to say that I wouldn't care how the next person feels, but I have to care about myself as much. And so that's what forgiveness allows for me to do, to be able to walk and step into my truth. But in this book, I share more of a personal, more personal stories. There are 6 stories in this book. It's relating to family, relating to my valley situation. I tried to commit suicide. There's a story of abortion.
We're so glad that didn't happen. Because God has so much work for you to do.
You know, I was angry.
Yes.
In the book, I share how I was angry because I woke up. But today,
now the devil ain't happy. But
today I know with each day that I wake up, even in that moment, that he still has a purpose for me.
Absolutely.
And so I'm not here for any self reason. I am here only for the purpose that I'm supposed to fulfill.
That's right.
So and in this book I share that. And it's just other business stories. So they're all different types of stories that I've personally experienced that can relate to a plethora of people. And the book is titled Blessed Hands because I had done so many things. I had done so many things that were bad. And I didn't understand that how I could have this will and this passion to want to do good.
Yes.
Who was going to listen to me? Who, you know, the things that I had gone through. But then, you know, you have to go back to the Bible. You know, how he turned Saul into Paul.
Yes.
You know, how he used Moses to write the 10 Commandments. How he used the woman at the well to go and be a preacher. So if he did it for those, and those are testaments, those are true testaments of how any individual can turn their hands from a mess to being blessed.
Yes.
So it's just, that's what that book is.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if folks want to purchase copies of both of those books, how can they do that?
Yep, you can go to my website. Everything is on my website. It's www.KyonnaFBrown.com. And there's also a free gift. I also talk about being mentally incarcerated.
Yes.
And I have a free ebook on there that they can download and get that information. So, yeah, it's just, everything's on the website.
Yes.
I'm just excited to be here sharing with you.
I'm excited to have you. It's such an honor. And you already co-host your own TV show as well. And so you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So I have Forgiveness Fridays every single Friday on WBGR's Health and Wellness, where we're talking about forgiveness. And I have many guests who come in, and they're sharing, of course, what forgiveness means to them, how it relates to their business, or their being an author, or whatever it is that they have going on in their lives. Today, we actually talked about I'm not sorry. And I'm not sorry for taking the time for me.
That's right.
So many of us don't do that. So we get to talk about different topics. We get to have fun and share. And we make forgiveness something fun. You know, when you think about the word forgiveness, you think that you have to give somebody something grudgingly. And that's not what it has to be.
That's right.
For me, forgiveness didn't happen to me. It happened for me.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Wow. 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 I told you it was going to be a power-packed morning, and I'm so excited that you decided to join us. You, again, in March, which is, today is March 1st, but at the end of this month, you're going to be where?
I will be in Houston, Texas, and we will be launching the book, It's Not That Easy. It's a mental health book, so there are a lot of people out here who are dealing with mental health issues, and you don't even know it, right? So you ask the question, how many people have dealt with a mental health issue? And then a lot of people in the room won't raise their hand. But then how many of you have dealt with stress? Where does stress start? It starts right in there.
Absolutely.
So that is a mental health issue. So just getting to know a little bit more about it, how we have a society of health, and how we have, just think about all of the crime and things that are going on, because people have mental health issues that they did not deal with. I mean, depression can lead you into that space of committing a crime, and just not schizophrenia, just not having the medication, or just having the counseling. Sometimes it's just counseling that you need. You need to be able to figure out how to redirect yourself.
Yes. So the end of this month, viewing audience, listening audience, Texas is the place to be.
Yes, Houston,
but in
Texas.
July, you're also going to be at the Harlem Book Fair.
Yes.
So we're really excited about that. And as we're wrapping up, I can't believe time goes by so quickly.
When you're having fun.
Yes. But as we're wrapping up, if you could leave some advice for our viewing audience, someone who's watching today, what word of wisdom might you drop in their spirit?
Wow. I'm going to end it how I end my show. To allow for today to be your stepping stone for a greater tomorrow. No matter what you've done in the past. I mean, because you know that history is literally like 5 minutes ago. So whatever you've done in your past, remember, a couple of minutes, even if you just made a mistake, a minute from now is the future. You have an opportunity to change. I was talking with my son Jeremiah yesterday when we were leaving out the house. He had his shoes on the wrong feet. And I told him to take them off. He took them off, put them back on the wrong feet again. But as we were walking out the door, he said, "Oh, it's too late." I told him, I said, "It's never too late to make a change."
That's right.
It's never too late. You have the opportunity every day to do something different.
Yes.
And so that's what I'll leave for you. And that's what you have with the choice of forgiveness, is to do something different.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to the CAOT TV show. We air live every Friday on the WBGR Gospel Network. And until next time, God bless.
Okay.